When we think about productivity tablets, especially e-ink ones, the first things that come to mind are note-taking, distraction-free reading, and maybe some sketching. But the AINOTE 2 is trying to push this category further. It's not just another e-note device. This is marketed as the world's thinnest AI-powered paper tablet. It's lighter, slimmer, and smarter, with built-in AI tools to take productivity to another level. We've spent some time actually using it, testing its features, and comparing how it fits into our daily workflow. In this review, we're going to share exactly what the AINOTE 2 does well, and ultimately, whether it's worth picking up. Let's start with design, because that's one of the most striking things about the AINOTE 2. At just 4.2 millimeters thick and only 295 grams, it's noticeably thinner and lighter than even the iPad 10, which makes it incredibly easy to slip into a bag or even carry around in one hand for hours without feeling any fatigue. Honestly, it almost feels like you're holding a really sleek notepad rather than a digital device. That's a big deal for an e-ink tablet, because usually these devices tend to be on the bulkier side. Right away, we knew portability was going to be one of the AINOTE 2's biggest strengths. But design aside, let's talk about what it's actually like to use. Powering on the device feels seamless with the fingerprint unlock, and right up top, there's a dedicated AI button that immediately grabbed our attention. More on that later because it actually changes the way we interacted with this device. The screen is a 10.65-inch ultra-clear Carta display with 300 ppi resolution. That means text, handwriting, and sketches all look sharp and clean, and the refresh rate is one of the most impressive things here. Page turns take about half a second, and writing latency is under 20 milliseconds. In real-world use, when we started scribbling notes or sketching, it genuinely felt like pen on paper. The Wacom-powered stylus is a big reason for that. With its 3rd-gen felt nib and 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity, you can tell the difference when shading, sketching, or even just jotting down quick notes. Switching between 6 brush styles, like fountain pen, pencil, or highlighter, gave us a natural, flexible writing experience. And we loved how the stylus snaps magnetically onto the tablet itself, so you're not constantly worried about losing it. So let's talk about note-taking, because that's really where the AINOTE 2 shines. When we started writing, the handwriting recognition kicked in, and we were pleasantly surprised at how accurate it was. Even when our handwriting got sloppy during fast note-taking, the AI corrected errors, restructured sentences, and made everything readable. It's the kind of feature that makes you actually want to go digital instead of sticking to pen and paper. And for brainstorming, the handwritten mind map tool is a game changer. Instead of being locked into rigid templates, we could just draw nodes and connect ideas as they came to us. Watching those nodes dynamically expand as we wrote felt both intuitive and liberating. This is the only paper tablet we've used that supports native handwritten mind mapping, and it definitely stood out during our testing. Now, let's shift to one of the headline features: AI-powered transcription and meeting summaries. The AINOTE 2 has a built-in 4-mic array, and when we tested it in a group setting, it picked up voices clearly, even with some background noise. Real-time transcription worked across multiple languages, and it stayed about 98% accurate in our experience, which is impressive. The magic, though, happens once the meeting ends. Instead of scrolling through endless transcripts, the tablet automatically generates a structured summary, powered by GPT-5. We tried this after a team call, and the summary wasn't just accurate. It was actually well-structured, readable, and saved us from having to retype or rewind anything. That's the kind of feature that genuinely changes workflows, especially if you sit through a lot of meetings or interviews. And speaking of AI, that dedicated AI button on the top center, it's more useful than we expected. Just pressing it gives instant access to summarizing articles, searching through documents, running a quick query, or even generating a paragraph or report. The quick bar also makes AI accessible without breaking focus. You can trigger multi-turn AI dialogues, flip through notes, or even run a voice search. Of course, an e-ink tablet is more than just notes and AI tools. It also needs to handle reading and documents well. We tested ebooks, PDFs, and Office files, and the 300 ppi display delivered crisp, clear text without eye strain, even after long reading sessions. Unlike most e-readers, the AINOTE 2 isn't just for passive reading. Thanks to its custom WPS Office integration, we were able to edit Word, Excel, and PowerPoint files directly. That, combined with full Google Play compatibility on Android 14, means this isn't a closed ecosystem. We downloaded a few productivity apps from the Play Store, and everything ran smoothly. Being able to install your favorite apps right on an e-ink tablet is something that makes this device much more versatile than typical note-taking tablets. Let's also talk about integration. AINOTE 2 is clearly built for workflow alignment. Notes, tasks, and meeting recaps sync directly with Google Calendar, so we didn't have to manually copy-paste or reorganize things. That's been a big time saver. And with unlimited cloud storage, files synced effortlessly across devices. We could start taking notes on the tablet and then pull them up later on our phone or laptop without even thinking about it. It just works, and that simplicity makes a difference in day-to-day use. Performance-wise, the AINOTE 2 feels snappy. Writing is fluid, page turns are fast, and navigating through apps didn't feel sluggish. With a 4,000 mAh battery, we were able to use it throughout the day without worrying. And when we did need to charge, it topped up in about 3 hours, which is reasonable for a device like this. There are also some nice extras that add to the overall experience. For example, it supports free audiobooks in 6 languages, which was a pleasant surprise during our downtime. Exporting notes and summaries was also easy. We could generate PDFs, text files, or even share via QR code and email. Those small conveniences add up when you're actually using the tablet in different scenarios. So, after using the AINOTE 2, it's clear that this isn't just another note-taking tablet. It's an AI-powered productivity hub wrapped in the body of the thinnest, lightest paper tablet in the world. The writing experience is excellent. The AI tools actually save time, and the seamless ecosystem makes it easy to stay in flow. If you're someone who spends a lot of time in meetings, doing research, or managing complex projects, the AINOTE 2 could genuinely transform how you work. It's not just about replacing paper, it's about enhancing the entire workflow with smart tools.